Hello, hello, and welcome back to Jody Lewis Creations. I hope everyone is doing very well. If you are new to my channel, welcome, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. I really appreciate it. In today's video, we are just going to begin working on some pages for this journal. So what we'll do, I'm going to talk about the cover a little bit, and then I'm going to kind of show you what I have started for the signatures, and then we'll see how far we get. This is, what day is this? This is Tuesday, and we were supposed to take our grandson to basketball practice, but his dad got home earlier than anticipated. So he's going, and Mark is going with him. So I have a little bit of quiet time, which is nice. I mean, I have had some quiet time today, or this afternoon at least. It's been kind of a crazy day here. So anyway, I'll show you what I've done. Again, please bear with me with the lighting. I'm going to go sideways with this just a little to try to get it all in frame. I have my holder in a different spot, but it doesn't allow as much visual. So after this segment, I'm going to move it so that it's overhead again, and hopefully will be a better image for you. So what I have done is, if you remember when I showed you kind of the paper pad we were using, on the front cover were some images, and so I just fussy tore her off the front cover to use her. And then I just have a piece of pink applique, a little piece of pink trim here, and then this is white trim that I just inked with my aged mahogany, and I've got that glued down. Now, I didn't do this on film because honestly I am really struggling creatively, having a really hard time even making a decision, to be perfectly honest. I wanted something on here that wasn't going to be super thick and harden the cover too much. I'm hoping, I think I made a mistake, but we'll just have to roll with it here, because it's going to be too close to the spine, I think, the way I did that. So, wonder if I can pull that up. Probably not. Oh well, we have to roll with it, right? It's okay if it's imperfect, and maybe I'll just make some different decisions about my signature. We'll see. Anyway, so this is some various Tim Holtz fabric, some scripty fabric that I cut, and then I just stitched all around each individual piece. I really wanted that tactile bit of it. This is just a little piece that I tore off of her, from around her, and I like the sagey green. I put a small piece here just for another pop of the green on the cover, and the pink applique. This is just for some texture and to kind of break it up a little bit. I really liked it actually without the trims on it, but I felt like it needed something. And then on the inside here, this is all I managed to accomplish the other day, was a double pocket. So again, this was the remnant of this piece of pink trim. And this is some Sheila trim. I had gotten a pink package from her a while ago. And then this is a fussy cut from the paper pad, another fussy cut. I like that, just kind of tucked in that pocket. And then this is a pocket. So what we'll do is probably make a tag or something for this pocket in this video, I'm thinking, and then I probably will put another cut apart in here just to add a little bit more to that pocket. We'll see, some sort of tag. And then on the back, you can see I just stitched around. So I was going to wonky stitch and stitch a couple of different colors around this, but my sewing machine really struggled, especially with the bottom of this where I left that fold in it to kind of stabilize the bottom of this. The sewing machine really struggled with it. So I was like, well, the journal cover itself made that decision for me with the paint and everything. It was really not liking it, and I don't want to hurt my featherweight because that's what I have in the RV with me. So, all right, so we've got some signatures here, and let's just see if I'm going to have to rethink my cover. I think it'll still be okay. I'm hoping it'll still be okay. Maybe if I put like a little piece of lace or something here, I don't know. It's going to be okay. Because even if I just did one signature, which I was going to make this too, then we have a lot of room on the edge there. So I could make it a bulkier one signature, but that's going to gator mouth. So I really want it to. But maybe I don't have the spine as thick as what I had anticipated. So maybe it will still be okay. I wasn't even thinking when I put that. I was just trying to center it with it folded in half like I had it, and I wasn't considering the fact that I just obviously wasn't thinking. It's okay. It kind of goes with my creativity right now. I'm in such a little stump. I'm having a really hard time. But anyway, we'll get through this. I'm hopefully going to find my mojo. Going to the retreat again, that Tennessee retreat again in March, and I have to make a journal for that swap, for down there. And at the rate I'm going with this one, Mark says I need to start that journal now because I'm never going to get it done. Stinker pants. Okay, so in these signatures here, I just have the paper pad, some dyed papers, the coffee dyed papers that I showed you in the last video, a window envelope. Yes, that's upside down on purpose because this is going to be a little tuck spot here. Sorry, here. This is that. Really interesting, the colors on this side and how different it is from this side, but I think that, I mean, the colors just go really well on both sides. I'm not going to worry about it too much. I have a bag here that I dyed, just coffee dyed, just in the pronunciation page out of a book. Oh, yeah, I'm glad I did that. So with this, I was going to sew it as a pocket, but I have to fold that top down to stabilize that, and that's going to be a top tuck pocket. And then maybe on the other half it can be a side tuck. We'll see. We'll see. But I really like the texture of this at the bottom with these holes where it was bound, so I really want to leave that as part of this. So, and then this one, maybe we'll just cut the side and cover this or something. I don't know, maybe we'll leave it as a tuck. I have to go through my digitals too. I don't have any digitals prepared for this, so I'm hoping that I've got something in my digitals that will work. If not, I guess I'll go shopping for some digitals. But I am hoping to be able to find something today or this evening that I can print and make work. But my printer is out of yellow, so I need to find something that I want to print in a purple tone because my next journal is going to be done in purples. And that way I can try to use up the pink and blue ink that are still in my cartridge before I switch cartridges. So, okay. So that's that. That's what I have. Oh, forgot I tossed that in there. Okay, so that's that. That's what I have so far. So when I come back, and I'm going to clean up for a little bit. Like I said, guys are going to basketball, and I do have a little bit of things that I need to do before they get back. But I want to try to look on my digitals and see what we want to do. We're going to find what we want to make a tag for this front pocket. And then I had intended to sew the signatures in before I really started embellishing much, but I do want to sew on the pages, so I'm going to wait to sew those in and go from there. But I have, you know, cut aparts ready. They just need to be inked and stuff, but like that is going to make a really pretty pocket somewhere, or a tuck. Even there would be really pretty because I can back it, but I thought how fun that would be as like a tuck spot on a page somewhere. So things like that. Oh, I know what we can do. Oh. I could make that like on the front of that pocket, and it could be a tuck as well. I don't know where my paper clips are, so I have to find those too. Okay, so that's it for now. I'll be back in just a bit. Good morning, I'm back. It's the next day. I looked through my digitals, and nothing really spoke to me for this particular project. So we're going to wing it, and maybe I'll look again later and see if something speaks to me. I didn't print anything. I just felt like, well, the purple stuff, I do need to go through my stuff and print purples, but I for this particular project, I didn't have anything that was like in line with the nature of this theme. So I was trying to think about what I could do to get around the digitals, or I may have to buy one. I do know like Victoria Designs had one that I liked for this, but I I don't know. But she has changed her terms of use now that you can sell projects made. I don't know if I'm going to sell this or not, but I'm just saying. So anyway, I have a few things here. Like this is an Artie Mays digital, and I'm not sure if this is a freebie or one that I had purchased and printed, but the colors are right. So we'll do something with this today. Can you see that? There we go. And then I've got just some other bits in here in my bag. And then I still haven't decided what I'm going to do about the signatures. I'm just going to kind of go with this and see what happens. I did find in my box of things I had packed some other papers that I thought, oh, these colors are kind of nice. So maybe we can use these in some areas that, you know, they might match or blend. Hopefully the lighting is okay. The sun keeps coming and going, and I still have not determined how to overcome the shadows from the overhead lights. So hopefully you can see okay. I think so. I mean, it's daylight. The sun just went behind a cloud. So we'll just go from there. I have, the other day, I did some decoupage of napkins and backed them with cardstock. So these will be things we can put in pockets. Some of the colors work, some don't. I was just having fun decoupaging because I like to do that. And then I found these index cards that are a great color. And somewhere, I know, I pulled some stuff for this project and put it in a box. Oh, there it is. There it is. He said, I'm like all over the floor with this project. Counter, the bed, all over the place. So I'm going to work on this for a little bit this morning. I'm doing laundry. I've got to take care of some things, and then I'm going to get this cleaned up and then go from there. So we've got that. We have a guest check. So just some bits in here. This really great lined paper. And I don't know what this paper is, but the texture is awesome. So, okay, so we'll just use this as starting points here. And so I thought we could just make some pieces maybe. Maybe we can work on a page. Like I've glued this in here, and glued, oh my goodness. I have clipped this in here. This was a scrap from what I tore apart on the front, and I like the rough edges. So I thought I might just stitch on each side of this and glue it down. And then maybe we can do a butterfly or something in here, or even one of the cut aparts from the kit itself to embellish it just a little bit, just to add a little bit of interest to it. So that's something. So let me go ahead and just gonna run stitch down each side of this. Let's see, hang on. I had light thread in my machine. I think I'm going to switch that to dark, because if we're going to stitch, we need to be able to see our stitching, right? I mean, this will still show and be there, but depends on the color of stuff I'm using for sure. Let's see, getting some glue. Clearly, I was not prepared to actually start filming today. Sorry, I'm shaking you, but I'm walking, so kind of can't be helped. So I hope everybody's doing well. I know this is a continuation of what I started to film yesterday. We didn't end up having to take the grandkids. Well, my husband went, but I didn't go to practice last night. He went. I stayed here and started dinner, and then they went because our son got off work earlier than he had anticipated. So that was nice. I didn't have to go. And so my husband took the kids to school today, and he's going to pick them up. And then I am doing laundry, and I have to make a casserole for dinner, and I haven't even opened the recipe that he sent me. It's like Dorito casserole. I don't know. Chicken Dorito casserole. Have you ever had that? So we'll see how that goes. I kind of like that clock, but we'll see. Okay. There was more stuff. I don't know what all. I love these books. I'm trying to figure out how I want to use these books. Anyway, got some scraps. I don't know why I kept those, but I thought, well, maybe I'll use those somewhere. Okay, this was not any of the shaped stuff. I didn't cut those out. Okay, so let's go with this little clock. The weather here is so crazy. Yesterday, we were on our way to take our grandson to that dentist appointment, and a snowstorm, one cloud, I saw it coming. And then I had to chuckle because I was like, oh, that gross cloud is heading this way. And sure enough, boy, it did. And it dumped. I mean, it was reduced visibility, and the road was covered in snow, and it was no fun. And then, but it's gone. I mean, it melted off by the time we got back from taking him to the dentist, and then coming home. We went and had lunch. We stopped at a couple stores and took our grandson out to lunch, and then came back, and it was gone. It was like all melted here. It is so crazy, the weather here. I mean, I lived here for a long time. You'd think I would know and not be so surprised by it, but I had posted a picture on Facebook with yuck because it was snowy, and so my mother-in-law told me I was on the wrong side of the mountain. I'm like, yes, Mom, I know. I just laughed at it, but it was cute because they didn't have the snow. They had rain, but not snow because it's a little bit warmer over there. But it's so funny. Everybody's like, where are you? And I'm like, still in Arizona. But it gets snow there? And I'm like, yes, it gets snow here. It gets a lot of snow here. In fact, like Flagstaff one year had the most snow of any city in the country. So it's really funny, the conception that people have, or the misconception, that we don't get snow here. It cracks me up. So, I mean, even when we lived out here where we lived, it didn't, that's the snarky one. We don't want that. We didn't get like a ton of snow, but one time it snowed and actually stayed on the ground for a few days, which was kind of funny because people cannot drive in the snow where we lived over there for sure. So I'm just trying to find maybe a sentiment to go with this, something that might be like time related or something that might work on this page. Just this is the clippings sticker book from Tim Holtz. Very fragile remnants, but no. So I don't want to like keep you while I'm reading through these just at the moment. Maybe that? No. Hold tight a while. That could be a good one. All right, so I'm going to pick one of these and then I'll be back. You have to love when you think you're filming and you've been blabbing away for 10 minutes and you didn't even hit record. So, to recap what I did when I was blabbing away, I did All in a Moment, and I backed it with some paper bag just to kind of give it a little bit of a label, and some cheesecloth-like material, which it's probably dried enough. I can trim it up a little bit now. And so I had set that aside to dry. And then I have this advertisement from the 1904 magazine, and it's talking about linen paper. And so I've backed that on just some scrapbook paper, and I'm going to cut that out and make that a tag for this front pocket. So there's that. And that's as far as I've gotten. But I was just having a whole conversation with myself, apparently, because I didn't hit record. So there's my entertainment for the day, I suppose. Okay, so let's see. I want to work on another set of pockets for in here. Oh, I do love this. Is there any of the, oh, I need to, okay, do that page. Don't really want to completely cover this, but this is a little too yellowy for me for this paper, so I'm thinking maybe I will just stack like 2 pockets. Do we like that for a use of these papers? What's on the back of that? Okay. Possibly. Or this one's super pretty. Could do it like that. Maybe. We'll see. I'll come back to that. Okay. Let me figure out what I want to use for our next pocket here. I know we're getting close to the 20-minute mark, I think, on this video. So, again, trying to keep these a little bit shorter. I don't want to... oh, this would be a really cool tag or a card or something. So I'm gonna have to figure out how I want to do that and salvage it, because from the top to the bottom of that quill is, I could fussy cut around these and then use that for like a tuck or a pocket somewhere. I think that would be really pretty. So let me kind of get that cut apart and see what we want to do. I'm sorry if this video seems fragmented. I feel a little fragmented, if I'm being honest, but just the lack of being able to create, which was part of what I was blabbing about when I wasn't recording. It's, you know, when you don't, you know, you see where it's like, oh, if you create, it breeds more creativity because you're kind of using that muscle, for lack of a better term, you know. But when you're using the creative part of your brain, you're exercising it. And of course, when we exercise our brains, you know, we get stronger. And so I haven't been able to do that very much. And so it really has kind of created a little bit of a brain block for me, which is hard. So just kind of playing around and seeing what I have, and then trying to remember what I packed for these projects, because I never did actually post for you guys so you could see my packing process. But I mean, I had that folding table in the back room covered with all of my projects, and then I was trying to like go through my trims and stuff and see what would work and all of that, and just trying to remember like what I did or didn't pack. That is going to be a really cute little tuck spot somewhere, like super cute, or even just as an embellishment on a page. Like, what if we did that? And then we could use that for a tuck. That might be kind of fun. That might be a flaphasm. I think we have to cut that off. Let's do it. It's hard to see it anyway. So anyway, yeah, so just having not been able to, because we are where we're like helping with family and stuff like that. What did I do with my clip? I'm gonna put that there. I like it. Where we're, you know, doing stuff with family and the grandkids and all of that, it does make it kind of hard to break away, because I feel like, well, you know, we should be spending time with the family. We're helping out. What did I do with my paper trimmer? And so it does make it a little bit more difficult to kind of get in the creative groove. And, you know, like yesterday we had our grandson all day, and he's like, Grandma, can we do art together? Well, his version of art is a little bit different than mine, which is totally fine. I mean, he's 4. He's adorable. I love him. And, but anyway, so on the cover, he was kind of sitting here when I was putting that cover together, the image, and he was like, oh, she needs grass all around her and flowers all around her. And I just chuckled. It was so cute and just so innocent. It was adorable. It was really adorable. So what I'm thinking is going to happen here, if I cut those words off, then it doesn't matter which direction this quill faces, and we can cut this and make this like a pocket as well, or a tuck spot, right? Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. And I want that to be like a straight line. I have an idea on that for that flower up there. Just trying to make the most out of this paper pad, because it didn't have like a ton of sheets with it. Okay. And I know I didn't go far enough, but that's okay, because I want to make sure I am not get that flower kind of comes across the top there. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Oh, that'd be cute on a page. Yeah. But this flower kind of comes up a little bit, so I want to make sure I'm able to cut around that piece as well. Okay. Oh, I like that. That's going to be fun. Actually, it could be a top tuck, because I feel like directionally, maybe because I know that's at the top, I feel like it needs to be at the top. So let's pick a page and let's see. Ooh, that could be kind of cool on there. Really makes that stand out if I put it on that cardstock, doesn't it? Yeah, I like it. I think I'll get rid of a little bit more of this. My husband's coming in, so I'll be back in just a second. There we go. Okay, so he didn't come in, but my phone was going off with something else anyway. I went around this with black soot and then I didn't like it, so I went back around it with the ground espresso. And so I'm going to glue this down, but I feel like we need something to embellish this page a little more, like this isn't quite enough. So I was thinking maybe I'll put like a pull or a tab or something here. I had sewn a ruffle. Ooh, even just like a little tab of that might be cool. So we'll look at that and see. So I'll get this glued down and we'll do a tab of some sort on that page. I have room, I think, to add pulls and tabs. Oh, that's pretty on the back of that too. Goodness. I have room on this to like put tabs and stuff like that. So I think we will do that. Whereas not something I normally do a lot of, but why am I, oh, because that's there. It's not something that I typically do a lot of, but I think that with this, I just want to do things that inspire me and that make me happy to have them put together. So let's see, ouch, what we can do. I have fabric, we can do a paper tab, we can do just, I'm liking this. But, oh, what if I do it like that? Or just make that a ruffle? Just a tiny ruffle? What if I cut that in half and stitch it into a ruffle? I think so. All right. So, whatever. Okay, so I'm just going to stitch this into a ruffle, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I just did a little tab on there, and I think that's gonna be cute. I need a little bit more glue. I'm gonna let this dry. I have to go swap laundry, and I have to look up the recipe for dinner so I can know what I'm doing. And then when I get done with that, I'll come back in another video, in another episode, and we'll just keep working on this. I'm probably not going to film like the entire bit of journal making because I am doing some sewing and stuff. So like this, where is it? This one here. Let me just really quickly show you. So on this side, I'm just going to do it the same for both. So let's go. Oh, my scoreboard would probably be easier for this. So 8.5 at Palma. So I'm just gonna go into about right there. Am I in Scream doing that? I am in Scream doing that, perfect. And then this one, I'm just going to match it this way. Fold that in. I'm gonna put, oh hey, helps if I fold my paper straight, right? Oh my goodness, I should have used the scoreboard. Okay, so I'm gonna glue those two little flaps down. So what that's going to do is strengthen the top of our pocket, and this will be top loading. So I'm gonna stitch around this, make sure, yep, we're good. So let's just do our little glue book really quickly, close up the art glitter glue. Let's not have it get all dried out on us. I still need to fix my pin. I still haven't fixed my pin. I haven't done any beading, any dangles, or anything like that even with just how we've been. So, oh, crazy. I want to make sure I get that edge good because I don't want that to catch on anything that we might be putting in and out, oops, of this pocket. And that, like I said, is just going to strengthen the edge of this pocket. So as we slide stuff in and out, it won't damage because this is an older, I don't know what this is out of, an encyclopedia. This is out of an encyclopedia set. Okay, so just like that, I'm gonna do the other side, let it dry, then I'm gonna glue around it, and in the next video, we'll get that embellished. So thank you for joining me. I hope that you're all doing well. I hope you're going to enjoy this process with me. I know I'm bumbling and fumbling, but sometimes we just have to find our groove again, and that's where I am, is trying to find my groove again. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.